Hello, everybody. I'm Marvin Ruano in Taiwan.
Hi everyone, this is Rutilia Uceda from Belmopan, Belize.
And today we're going to tell you a little background on the Indian Church Village Scholarship Program and how it changed our lives.
By 2001, Karen Pierce had gotten to know a lot of people in the village. She knew many children wanted to go to high school, but their families could simply not afford it. The cost to attend high school was about $3,500 per year. An Indian church was too far away for the students to commute daily, so they have to live closer to their schools. In 2002, Karen and some of the parents started talking about how to help the children attend high school, but all ideas involved money.
That same year, Karen met Les Frayne from SHARE, a Canadian nonprofit organization, which was already providing scholarship for students in the rural villages in Belize. So Karen just asked Les and SHARE if they could provide scholarships for the Indian Church Village students. So in 2003, SHARE agreed to provide 6 students from Indian Church Village, including Rutilia and myself, a scholarship for 600 Belize dollars. And that was the catalyst needed to officially start the scholarship program and invite other donors to contribute as well.
The share money helped, but the students still needed money to pay for books, uniform, transportation, food, and housing. Karen raised additional money from numerous private donors, and the scholarship program was officially started. Potential students had to submit a scholarship application and agree to follow the scholarship rules.
Initially, students were given monthly allowances for their expenses, extra expenses, but then the following year, more money was raised, and also more students joined the scholarship program. Therefore, later the next year or the following year, no more monthly allowances were given to the students. Instead, the scholarship program opted for a loan program whereby students were loaned books and laptops, which they had to return at the end of the semester for the new students to use. Then Karen and other people realized that it was really important for the parents to also contribute both financially and with the rules. So it was a learning process through experience, and then the scholarship program was adjusted and some changes were made.
Karen feels that the students in the first years were very serious about getting an education. Those first 6 students all graduated from high school and continued with higher education. It seems as time passed by, there were students who didn't care as much about school, and many dropped out mid-year. This became a challenge with funding, and by 2015, donations were primarily used by the school books. By 2020, SHARE stopped providing scholarships and the scholarship program had fizzled out. Throughout the years, many students were helped by the scholarship program and successfully graduated from high school. Well, for me, although my parents had a job, it was still not enough to provide all that was needed to send me to high school. Primarily because they didn't believe that education was that important. However, I was motivated, I should say, by my primary school teachers. They were the engine behind me. I come from a very critical environment where abuse was at its best. So to get away of the toxic environment, school was my only means of getting away. So at primary school, my teachers were my role models. They believe in me, they push me to do my best. And well, when the opportunity came to apply for the scholarship, I was excited. I was not told that I get it, but as long as I put in the application, I felt a relief that I would get it. Thank God for that. So I started high school, and high school was the best. Was the best despite of many factors. At the beginning, when I started high school, I went through family trauma that maybe I am still in recovery process. But when I started school, my mother left without giving me any notice, without seeing me, and processing that at that time was very challenging and difficult for me. And although I like many things about high school, the food, sports, and friends, it would get hectic at times. I had to get myself a summer job so that I can help to buy my school supplies and all that I needed for high school. So, but it was good knowing that was working for my money, and it felt so good, that I believe that if I didn't had the goal of finishing school, maybe I would drop out because I had a job, but I knew what I wanted then. And definitely it was not working at that time, but to continue school. So one of the greatest lessons I learned at 13 is that family is not only about DNA, but rather people that want to see you succeed in life, people that are there giving you moral support. And for this, I thank Lara Howard. She was one of my personal mentors, who was always behind on that phone through emails, text messages, pushing me, encouraging me, scolding me at times. But it was all needed for me to keep focus. And that was excellent. I appreciate it. Um, so one of the challenges at high school was processing my mother leaving. And that was the most painful and difficult time while going through high school. And keeping focus and being positive about life at 13, it was very challenging. But in 2007, I managed to finish high school. And in 2009, I managed to finish junior college. Not an easy job. I had to sell battles, literally sell battles to get money to ride the bus back home. Then when I finished, I came to Belmopan. I started teaching here in Belmopan. Then at night, I started my bachelor degree at Galen University, which I managed to complete in 2016. I am now the result of the lessons learned through my life, and life keeps being my best teacher. Today, I'm a teacher with 10 years of experience, caring as much as possible for my students' social and emotional well-being, as well as academics. I am now aiming to become a school counselor and impact the life of students by guiding them to be successful citizens for our country, to be resilient, and to overcome life challenges because hard work and dedication pays off. I am grateful for the opportunity of having this scholarship. It has indeed been a wonderful experience meeting new people. Apart from being a teacher, I am a football referee who has also traveled different part of Central America through that profession. But now I skip to teaching. I do officiating, and hopefully soon I'll be a counselor.
Thank you, Rutilia, for such an inspiring story. I'm sure you are an inspiration not only to me, I'm so proud of you, but to many children in Belize and also, especially in Indian Church Village. As for me, coming from a similar background as Rutilia, living in Indian Church Village, although my parents had, different jobs at the local resort, which is the Lamanai Outpost Lodge, they still had to make extra money because they had to put my brothers and sister through high school as well before me. So I must say that the scholarship program was a tremendous help for my family and of course for me to get me through high school. I wanted to go to high school because I didn't want to work under the heat or under the hot sun in Belize like my dad, doing labor work. So I love to study, always stay indoors and study. And I promised to myself that I would go to every university in the world if possible, but not work in the fields with my dad. High school taught us many lessons. And one of them was, one of the challenges for me was waking up early because I'm not a morning person. So I had to catch the bus on Monday. Monday was like a long day for us. We had to wake up at 5 a.m. and then get to class by 8 o'clock. So sometimes I still have nightmares of missing the bus. And I still remember my mom, if she wanted to go into town with us, she had to get ready, prepare some food for my dad or do a lot of house chores before the bus would come at 5 a.m. Sometimes she would tell the bus driver to go around the village twice so she could be ready. And the bus driver would come back. She was still not ready because she's just preparing so many things. Walking into the bus, getting ready and trying to make it to town on time. For me, the best part of the scholarship program in high school was just working together as a team, with Rutilia and the other 6 students. It was just all about camaraderie and just doing everything together, planning activities, doing our community service together, deciding which place of the village we would clean or what we would do, competing to see who was going to be the fastest or the best. Also putting on shows, acting Cinderella or singing and dancing, just school performances, and just working together as a team. That was the best. And the biggest lesson was learning how to be appreciative and grateful and hardworking. So we learned how to write thank you notes and say thank you to our donors and just appreciation. And we also had to do many other things. We had to go to the craft center and do some ceramics or make some jewelry, which we would sell and use the money to cover extra expenses as well. So in high school, I remember there was a class called self-development, and it just taught us, to be academically prepared, but not only academically prepared, but also, I went to a Catholic high school. It's called Bishop Martin High School. So how to be also spiritually developed and globally aware leaders and also socially responsible citizens. So that's what has molded me into who I am today or who I try to be. And now I have come here to Taiwan as an international student, traveled the world, mostly Southeast Asia, visited many different countries, met people from all over the world, different backgrounds, learned a different culture, different language. And it was all because of the scholarship program. So that allow us to, go out and explore and become the people we are today. So thank you so much to everyone who has helped us in any way possible. And we're open, Rutilia and I were here to inspire and motivate and help any other children that want to follow our footsteps. We're here to help you. We want to contribute back to Belize and to Indian Church Village as well. Thank you so much.
That's right, Marvin. Well said.